Hello and welcome to another Raggy's beer review. So, long day at work, so back on the beer as it were. So, this is a Märzen Festbier and it's called Hohenthanner Schlossbrauerei Märzen Festbier. There we go. So, yeah, that's what it's called. From the Lidl Oktoberfest box set. It doesn't really say out on the back, that's English at least. 5.6%. Bier, Kraftiges, Bernstein, Farbeins, Festmaßen, 1, 2, Maisch, Version, Waren, Höchschlet. Yeah, let's not go down that road. So the hops are mild, Hopfung, Understrike, Den Vollen. Yeah, let's not go down that road. It's 5.6%. Hey, we'll leave it at that, and we'll drink the beer and not do any German or even attempt German. Oh, so it looks like it's going to be a lively pour. So I'll actually take my time to pour it rather than splash it over. Here we go. So, a big thank you to Mr. Mersey Beers for explaining that Märzen is actually brewed in March. And Festbier is brewed for Oktoberfest. If I read right, I've read it and I forgot. But there we go. And crystal clear pour. Finger of whitehead on there. Nice bit of carbonation going off. First ever time drinking it, so if you're new to these boxes and you've never heard of them, I'm on the same. There's not a single beer in these boxes that I've drank that particular version of. I have drank Hofbrauer before and I have drank Schneider Weisse before, but not those particular versions. So, it's interesting nonetheless. There's a nice sweetness, a sweet malty nose on this. Oh, yeah, that's nice. Hint of a sweet nose, sweet malty taste, very quaffable. After a long day at work, nigh on 12 hours, it's nice to come home and drop one down your neck, as it were. It's the spot. It's the spot royally. Technically, you'd class it as a lager. I know they come out with different beers, but you'd class it as a lager. But nonetheless, a Märzen Festbier Hohenthanner Schlossbrauerei. Bloody hell, that's a mouthful, isn't it? But yeah, it's going down a treat, gotta be honest. I'm glad that Lidl did actually bring them back out. When Audi bought their beers and Lidl didn't say anything, I'm like, oh, here we go. I bet they've knocked it on the head. And they didn't, if in a weird sense of happening, that Raggy's Beer Reviews somehow instigated them to do it. I doubt it, though, because supermarkets usually are anything from 6 months to a year in front. So after last year's success, shall we say, and people around the country trying to clamour to get hold of these, I didn't initially get the box because I wasn't interested. And then read bits and bobs on the internet from, reviewers that I take notice of. you know, I thought, bloody hell, I should have got it now. Would I get it again next year? There's the question. Because if I've done it once and it's the exact same 10 beers again, then do I want to do it again? And I can understand anybody who reviewed it last year skipping it this year and doing something different, or maybe buying the beers for the beers, skipping the reviews. I can understand that. You know, I can understand why people, every one of us who drink, you know, we drink because we fancy that drink, and you know, there are beers that we just we've done it once and we've had our fill. That sweetness seems to have slightly disappeared now. It's just a nice, easy drinking beer. Oh, lager beer. There we go. First time, you know. I'm happy with it. I think it's interesting, you know. And a lot of these beers here, you know, if you are a lager drinker and you like the sound of these German lagers, and the German lagers are a big step into, for me, they're a very good step into the world of normal real ales, because they're certainly in between lagers and real ales, what you'd class anyway. Who knows these days? The lines, you know, between styles are so faded. I mean, it's like IPAs, an India Pale Ale, and then you get a black IPA, and it's like, but it's supposed to be pale. And then you get a hazy IPA, and it's like, but it's supposed to be pale. And it's just bonkers, you know. So the styles in the world are just mad, aren't they? Oh, so gotta be honest, it's going down well. Another good one to the set. When I get to the end, I'll pick my favourites out. At the moment, I know the two that have been clear winners so far, but that doesn't mean that I'm not going to be surprised. There's always bound to be something. Oops, there we go. I should put the beer on camera. Don't know the beer, never had the beer before, so don't know anything about the beer, so it's absolutely brand new to Raggy's Beer Reviews. But I've enjoyed it. You know, it's nice, it's crisp, easy drinking. Step up from your pitiful bloody lagers that we get on the shops at the moment. And those lagers that sell by the crate in supermarkets, you know, they're generally feeding the people that, you know, are cracking open maybe a case a day. And God knows how you can, one, how you can afford it. Two, how you can drink it. That much, you know. I mean, I used to work with somebody, and he'd take a case home every day of a lager. Not all for himself, his wife would have a few, but that is a lot, you know. I used to work with him at Sainsbury's, so I know what he was buying. And always loved it when I did my bargains, because I obviously was on the beers, wines and spirits department, and I used to reduce the beer down, and sometimes we had to go down to, you know, minimum price, like 25% of the price. So what we'd do craftily is wait till we tape boxes up, and we'd wait until they went on offer. Then we'd reduce them. then the shop doesn't lose as much by reducing. In reality, they haven't lost anyway. But then somebody gets an amazing bargain. And it's the only reason I'd love to work. It's the only reason I'd love to go back into that sort of things. You know, if I could still do that sort of marking down and getting those sort of stupidly ridiculous cheap beers and cheap frozen stuff. Some of the bargains, flipping heck. You know, these £1 billion companies, they don't care about dropping. If they think it's not on the system, they'll drop it down to a fraction of a price because they've already discounted it. They already don't realise it's there. So you scan it and it's like, oh my God. And yeah, of course, you're going to buy it, aren't you? I remember going through the tills with 16 quid's worth of shopping one night that was worth a fortune. Yeah, it was a fantastic shop. Filled all my freezers. They were the days. They were the good days. There's some shit days at Sainsbury's, mind you. So there's the beer. Clear, golden pour, whitehead. Still retaining that whitehead. A little bit of carbonation. Still retaining that little bit of sweet malt nose. The taste isn't as sweet as the malty nose implies. But it's a nice, easy drinking beer. Would I drink it again? I'd like to have it in a pub setting. Probably most likely on keg. Out of 5, 4.4 out of 5. Have you had it? Do you like it? Let me know. Cheers.